When I was younger, I was roped into leading a Bible study one day, which I can admit I wasn't entirely prepared for. Lucky for me, no one came except for one girl. She was a friend, so I was comfortable with her, but she was also very attractive. And even though I didn't like her that way, it always felt nice to impress a pretty girl, I remember. We went through most of the study on a topic that I don't remember, but then she asked me a related question. It was something like, I've always wondered why you're not supposed to be happy. She explained that she had been taught the Bible suggests that it's wrong to be too happy. At the time, I remember assuring her that the type of happy that is frowned upon biblically speaking is called revelry, a type of excessive festiveness, and that what she does in her personal life most likely wouldn't constitute that. And when she didn't understand, I thought of an image that always spoke to me. It was of Storm from the X-Men animated TV show. I believe I tried to use a device to pull up a YouTube video of it, but I couldn't find it. I tried to explain, but I ultimately believe my answer was embarrassingly flimsy. This was the video.
To help you. You are now free, Weather Witch. You are no longer food for Sauron. You can revel in the power of the elements. Rage wins. Your mistress craves more. Rain, lightning, thunder. Your power is mine. Come to me. Let the primal forces of nature continue to be unleashed!
In this scene, Storm had lost the ability to control her own power because of the hypnotism of Sauron when the X-Men went to the Savage Lands. She was thrown into a rage in which she reveled in her power, unleashing mayhem on her environment and everything within its wake. We don't have supernatural abilities, but in real life, to revel may be to drink so much that you hurt those around you, or choosing not to leave a party when a member of your party is sick or tired. I would have been satisfied with that answer. But this isn't the only time that we see revelry in the X-Men. We also see it in the Dark Phoenix saga.
All right, we are here with you on Muir Island.
So am I.
Phoenix, why do you still inhabit Jean's body? Your work is done. You do her harm by remaining.
Having taken over the form of the mutant Jean Grey, the Phoenix Force, a cosmic entity, becomes enraptured in the senses of Jean Grey, particularly so as a telepath with phenomenal perceptive abilities, and begins to revel in them, to the end of the destruction of stars and worlds. In these two stories of Storm and the Phoenix, we see how pleasure can overwhelm your senses. The pleasures of eating, the pleasures of feeling, the joy of constant stimulation, and even the joy of letting one's feelings free. One eternally present theme in the X-Men is temperance, or control, which happens to be the remedy or the foil of revelry. The X-Men team at any given time is full of characters who struggle to maintain their abilities. Those who can't control their powers well, those who will hurt others if they use them, and those whose powers are so wild that they know that if they were to lose control, they're not sure if they could stop. Revelry is a dark and destructive emotion. It cannot bring any good. But most people have an innate sense of when things are going too far and bring themselves back from being overindulgent, from eating too much, from having too much sex, from partying in excess. Yet in the cases of Storms and the Phoenix, there is a function of revelry that cannot be quelled by simple temperance, and that is in the desire to release one's feelings. There are powers in this world and in the X-Men that are so great that if they were to be released for even a single moment, the world would break. Storm cannot blindly release her power. She has to constantly have a mental control over her feelings and actions. The Phoenix, with only a thought, can demolish worlds. For it to lose control can only mean devastation. And so, for Storm to live in peace, she has to live in constant fear of losing control. Jean Grey knows that to have control over the Phoenix is to never function normally in the world again.
I can't fight it. Not every second of every day, never slipping, not even for an instant. Scott, please.
For some things in this world, some powers, some knowledge, to release it means destruction, like Atlas. And only when we're unburdened from those things can we experience true solace. For these types of people, all life may seem to be is constant vigilance. And so it's quite circular in that way. It is very easy for those who haven't experienced true joy or peace to be wrapped up in pleasure to the extent that they begin to revel in it. A very good thing would be for those people to learn temperance, lest they lose control. And for others who must keep such a tight lid on their burden that they could never let it loose into the world, it would be my hope that someday that someone would come along that they could share their burden with or remove the load, because true peace comes with freedom.
All these years of caution and denial to finally unleash my true feelings. I liked letting go. Never before have I felt so